Hey guys, it's another credit card unboxing. So this is the IDFC First Millennia card, and I'll explain a little bit about how I got this card. First, I have I'm self-employed, so I tried to apply it on last year 2021 around November or October. At the time, I tried to apply online, so I just entered my basic information, and they have their web application doesn't ask any extra details like my income proof and all. They simply, after entering my basic details, they simply told I don't have offer at the time, so try to apply after 90 days or something like that they have told. I mean the web page displayed to me. Then after 3 months again, I think I tried, but it doesn't. After enter OTP, it doesn't move to next page. It's saying you don't have offer. Please try after some time like that. So I tried to contact them, and they told me you have applied recently and you have to wait for 6 months. I think around end of April, I think 2022. So I just asked them the web page was only 90 days, and said that yeah, but you have to wait for 6 months like that they are said. So I leave it and I just moved on. But in last month, end of last month, they just called me and they have a pre-approved offer, and they asked my consent to approve or not. So I don't know how they manage my profile there, because I don't have any savings or any banking with them. But I have one card which is earlier it was tied with IDFC. So I have used around 16 to 17 months with that card. Maybe they have my profile based on that. And also I have Flipkart Pay Later, which is also based on IDFC. I mean they tie up with the Flipkart, provide that Pay Later. So I have that account as well, and I have a 25k limit in that. But I didn't use that much because I have a credit card. Earlier I don't have any credit card, that's why I activated that, and I used for around 2-3 months, and I leave that. I didn't use, but it's in active mode right now, so maybe they have that profile as well. So they simply called me, and they said you have a card, and because I done a KYC with one card, I don't know how they got my KYC, because I done a video KYC for that one card, and I have done a manual KYC for that Flipkart. So they have my KYC. So they simply approved, and they verified my address and they sent to me. So you see, in self-employed people, it's each case is different. Everybody, you cannot compare with one application with another, because they are in most banks, IDFC and Kodak and all, they have ICICI, they have a better software, but those are not AI coded or something like that. It gonna entirely, I mean, bulletproof your top to bottom credit report, and they do math and all, then they design. Not like that, they work on based on condition. So it has set of condition. So if one condition doesn't match, then it will reject. If it is an online application, if you go offline, then they have considered it, because it's a human based offline application process. So maybe you will get a card, but in online it's worked purely based on condition. So the code doesn't meet condition. If one condition is fails, then you get rejected. So you don't try to find a reason for that, because it happens for most of them. If it is self-employed, if it is salaried, then maybe because all the condition will check, so you will easily get a card. Only the limit is based on your salary and all. But self-employed, they have so many condition in their back system. So don't compare with, my opinion is, don't compare with other application. Like they'll get approved and you got rejected. Even some IDFC, from my knowledge, some IDFC bank holder doesn't have, account holder doesn't have approved credit card. The reason is their software, because in some cases 1 or 2 condition is not matching with them, so they will get rejected. So they have to improve their the screening ability of their software. because it's in early stages. So my opinion, you try to apply offline, but I also don't do, because you cannot go there and ask about ask their credit card products, and they don't basically they don't respond properly. If you are a self-employed, first of all, if you are salaried and you go to the branch, and they maybe have a improved response. But if you are self-employed and you are looking for credit card, they are not interested, most of them. But offline only works. Online also works once you have built your profile for two years minimum, then it will work like easy, like it worked for me, like that. So that's how I received this card. Let's unbox it. By I already unboxed it because it has some information now we need to hide. So I unboxed it earlier. I just show you a 90% of unboxing actually. So you have on 2 page of one booklet. It basically shows your card features and all. So basic information. And again the same information which I mentioned in the booklet also mentioned here. You can control it everything through app and all. So this is how the card looks. So here are the details how to set a pin. Actually, like one card, you can start using your credit limit by in online without receiving your before receiving your physical card. I'm already using for past 10 days. Before receiving this card, I already used 1 week to 10 days, because you can have all the details in their mobile app. I think only IDFC and OneCard have this right now. I don't know about some other banks, but what I am having account with, because you cannot do it with the IDFC and all. You have to receive a physical card in order to activate the actual card. But here you can, like they have new software, right? Because they are new player in the banking. So you can use directly without your physical card. You can use it for online purposes and all. Let's see the card. So it's a plastic one, and the number is in back. All the security numbers and all. This looks nice, but I like the blue, but blue for female customers. I received one red one, and it's like a kind of 3D one, because the wafer is bit bulge, like how 3D works, right? You can sense it by touching it, and some of the face part also 3D done. And they have mentioned IDFC First Bank family. The font is not nice compared to the remaining of card specification, but overall it's nice. It's a platinum one. They have not mentioned here, but they have mentioned in the back. It's a Visa Platinum card. Yeah. Then these are my limit details. I have 93k cash limits. The actual credit limits, and 9,300 is my cash limit, and 30% is interest charges per annum. For self-employed, the lowest interest rate, most of them which receives are 30%. You don't receive below that. I don't know how the premium of IDFC card gonna work, but for millennia and classic cards, the minimum is 30%. I don't see below that for any of them in online, and my friends also. But if you are the salaried one, you can get around 24%. I can see many of them, they have received only 24% if you are salaried, because they have a stable income, right? That's why their interest rate is low. But no, I don't see any 9% customers like they have claimed. So minimum is 24. Then you consider if it is a free. I mean the interest free for 48 days like they are claiming. Yeah, that's true, but you have to pay 250 plus tax for each time you are taking out money from ATM. You have to pay 250. So you take it out to single go as 9,300. In one go, you have to pay 250 plus tax. So that is the interest if you ask me, because that is not a financial charge, right? So they are charging us a processing fee kind of, because in each transaction they have to pay only 20 rupees for that ATM or whatever the charges they are gonna pay. So 250 is high. If it is at 20 rupees, like you are taking out cash from debit cards and all, then that will be a true interest free, but it's not an interest free. But if you have a higher limit like 5 lakh, then your limit is 50,000, right? If it is a 10%, then you can take it out single go 50,000 from an ATM. That is also not possible. You can take it to around 20,000 in a single go. So if it is a 20,000 for 250 SSRV charge, you calculate the math. That is the interest charge. It's around again 30%. I don't know. You do the math. That is the interest. So for my cash limit, I won't do that. That feature is not applied to me. That is eliminated, because there that is their most. I mean, the first feature they are promoting is that one. They are offering interest-free cash outs. The second one is their reward system. That is, in my opinion, it's average, not a good one, because in my case, I want to spend about 20,000 in all all months in a year. I do it in 1 or 2, I don't know. In future maybe, but I won't do in a whole year. Like each month I'll spend around 20,000, about 20,000, and receive 10%. 10x reward points. But if that 10x reward points will calculated which you have spent above 20,000, like you have spent 30,000, you receive 10x for only that extra 10,000. The remaining the below 20,000 is the first 20,000 is calculated as 6x and 3x, like online offline. So in that case, you only receive for 10,000 10x. Receive 10x reward points for only that extra 10,000. So that is kind of average, because each point considers 25 paise. So if you spend online, you get a 6x. That is for 100 rupees you get 1 point, I think. So in that case, you receive only 6 into 25 is 1.5%, not even 2%. If you spend in online, only you receive 0.75%. That is too low. At least it should be 1%. Like most of the card, the offline spends are 1% cashbacks without fuel and gold purchase and all. Like this bank also has that you cannot receive rewards for fuel and gold purchases, insurance, like that. So it should be around 1%. For offline and online, it should be around 2%. But it's only 1.5. If you go for about 20,000, that time only you receive only 2.5%, right? If it is a 10x, divided by 2.5, it's 2.5%, because each reward point is 0.25 paise. 25 paise, 0.25 rupees. So you receive only the topmost reward system is 2.5%. That is comparatively low. But some other banks have a category upper limit. Like you cannot get all the you cannot get reward points for all your spends. They have upper limit, like you can receive only this much points in each category. That is not here. That is not the case here. You can get it your the whole amount. So that is a plus for this card. But yeah, the reward system is average. You can get. My opinion is the reward system is average, and their main cash free is not working for me, but it's gonna work for some big customers. like they have in their banking system. Then credit limits is good comparatively, because I have 1L in all the cards. It is 93 is almost 1L, so their credit limits is par with some all the banks, but reward points is bit weak. They have to improve it, because they follow the same reward points for all their cards. In wealth only they have some extra benefits, but remaining 3 cards they have the same reward system. That is, they are trying to cover all the categories. That's why they designed this kind of reward system, because in some other banks they have a separate card for each kind of customer. Like if you do higher online purchase, they have a separate card for that. If you do have a huge amount of retail purchase, then you have a separate card. And if you fuel card, shopping card, etc. So like that they have each card for separate categories. But here they are trying to take all categories in a single card. Like they try to cover all the categories by using this one reward system. That's why they are designed, they included everything in online and offline category as 2 part. That is kind of good for the huge spenders, but for nominal spenders that is pretty average. That's what my opinion. So I hope this gives some information to you. So pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.